대부분의 나라에서 코로나로 인해 많은 고통을 받고 아직까지 사회적 거리두기를 지속하고 있는 상황에서 지난 6일 한국이 사회적 거리두기를 종료하고 생활 속 거리두기 시침을 발표하자 외신들이 앞다투어 보도를 하였습니다. 특히 한국의 코로나 대응을 극찬하면서 사회적 거리두기를 종료하는 모습에 많은 부러움을 표시했는데요. 영국의 BBC 뉴스와 싱가포르의 CNN 뉴스의 보도를 한영자막으로 편집했습니다. 영상후반에 해외반응도 있으니 끝까지 시청해주세요. 감사합니다.
Meanwhile, Laura, let's just talk about coronavirus there in South Korea. Of course, the authorities there have been widely praised around the world for the way they've handled the outbreak in South Korea. What's the latest on the social distancing rules and regulations there?
Well, when you say social distancing, I kind of raise a few eyebrows, and I know this is going to make a few people around the world very jealous, but there are certainly very few social distancing guidelines here. Obviously, we wear masks a lot of the places. That's part of culture here. There are temperature checks, but many places have been remaining open. Restaurants, cafes, bars have all been open throughout this crisis. There was a time when many people stayed at home because they were asked to, but there was never any lockdown. Cases have declined rapidly. Today there's 13 cases announced. That's the highest it's been really for the last few days. We had 0 locally transmitted cases on Thursday. The majority of cases are coming from overseas, which are found at the airport. Anyone coming from the United States, those coming from Europe are automatically given a test and they must spend 14 days in quarantine. So the latest being announced by the Prime Minister today is just like a formal announcement saying it's an end to the current social distancing guidelines, and now the advice is keep washing your hands, just be very, very careful, and now they're looking to reopen schools within the next few weeks.
South Koreans are entering a new normal, resuming their daily routine, though with some level of safe distancing. Restrictions in the country are being further eased after more than 2 months. And this comes as it reports no new local COVID-19 infections for the 3rd day running. Lim Yeon-suk tells us more.
This means that South Koreans will now be practicing a more relaxed stance of distancing in their daily lives. Holding meetings, events will now be allowed, and public facilities have partially opened. They will resume in phases, starting with the national parks, galleries, and museums. And so, in a way, people can start resuming their daily activities, but on condition that the facilities and the people stick to the basic guidelines, like to stay home if sick, keeping a distance between each other, washing hands frequently, and wearing masks when in crowded places. The government has emphasized the easing of social distancing does not mean people can go back to their lives before the COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Still, South Koreans were happy that they could start to resume their daily lives. Authorities have warned that a second wave of infections could hit the country again, especially during the autumn season. But in recent days, even before this easing, South Koreans started to resume much of their activities. People have started going to the movies, going shopping, getting out of the house more than they did in recent months. President Moon Jae-in on Wednesday also praised the opening of the baseball season, which was held with no audience, saying that the world will learn from South Korea how to enjoy sports while making quarantine and everyday life coexist. Lim Yeon-suk, CNA, Seoul.